just a bit confused about why he was going to like this level to try and get closure for something like this. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So, as you're all probably aware by now, AlI has finally released his marriage documentary, or at least episode 1 of the marriage documentary. So, luckily I was able to see it kind of right as it came out. I think I may have been within like the first 5, if not the first 10 viewers. Because like it had only been uploaded for like 20 seconds by the time I actually clicked on it, because I got this, obviously saw the notification. And at first I was going to do a reaction video on it, and it wasn't obviously sod's law until I got to the end of all the editing and everything else that I realized this was way too long, and I couldn't even break it down into parts because there would have been no intro and outro for each one of these separate videos. So yeah, I decided, you know what, I'll scrap the whole thing. So what instead I'm going to do is a review based off what I've seen. So let me first start off by saying that I love AlI for the sake of Allah. He is my brother in Islam, and I'm very supportive of the work that he does, as well as, you know, the debating that he does and the dawah that he gives. This is in no way intended to be a critique of AlI or a criticism of his character. It's simply me just reviewing it, basically. So I want to first start off by saying that I thought the production value of this was incredibly well done. It almost actually seemed like a movie. It was movie quality. And I really like that. So the good news is, brother AlI, if you ever decide that maybe, you know, you want to stop doing dawah, you should probably get into, you know, producing films, because you know what, you've got a bit of a flair for it, mashallah. The next part I want to get into is, and this one's more of a bit of feedback, is there did seem to be a few too many ads. I understand that obviously you had sponsors to thank, because as you said, without them this video wouldn't have been possible. I completely understand and respect that. However, between obviously the sponsors ads and then YouTube's actual ads themselves, it was just quite a lot. Oftentimes you would have like almost like 3, 4, 5 minutes of nothing but ads. And I know from feedback that I've heard from other people, that is kind of why they stopped watching it. So for future reference, maybe just don't have monetized ads in these videos. Just keep it for the sponsors ones, just for the sake of the viewers. The only part of this documentary that, you know, I wouldn't really say it's a criticism, it's just something I found quite confusing, is the timelines of all of this. So basically, in a nutshell, and spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen this yet, is the whole point was obviously AlI trying to track down his ex-girlfriend so he could make amends for what happened in the past, and to, you know, get closure and to give closure and so on and so forth, right? I completely understand that. However, it seemed a bit strange as to the lengths that he was going. So it was a case of like he got his mum involved, he was having sit downs with the families. He said obviously he couldn't say what he wanted to say because the dad was there, which is understandable. And also, like towards the end of the documentary, when this woman finally got back in contact, well, after he was able to, you know, find her on social media, she said that, he said that it had been like 13 years, 15 years, something like that. Now, as far as I'm aware, AlI was only like 32 years old. And you know, I could be wrong, obviously, when I say that. He could be older, he could be younger. But now, as far as I'm aware, he's 32 years old, like, today. Now, my question is obviously, like, how old was he when he was in a relationship with this woman? And how old, obviously, he lasted for 5 years, so obviously how old he was once this relationship had then ended. But yeah, so I was very kind of confused by that, because to me it sounds like this relationship happened almost when they were, you know, barely teenagers, and you know, it progressed until their mid-teens / maybe, you know, young adults. So, and then yeah, so the length that he was going to kind of find her, like I say, for me personally, it just seemed a bit much. It seemed ultimately this could have been boiled down to just a very nice Facebook message, really. And obviously, as the interviewer said in this video, that, you know, how do you know that she hasn't already had closure? I mean, it's been well over 10 years. I mean, I think if I think back to any of my exes, I don't even have one that goes back 15 years, to be fair. 10 years at the most. Like, she probably wouldn't even remember who I am. So, yeah, that's what I was, like I said, I was just a bit confused about why he was going to, like, this level to try and get closure for something like this. But that's just my opinion. So, yeah, that's that. However, overall, I fully enjoyed watching it. I both loved and obviously hated the cliffhanger ending, but that obviously means I'll have to tune in for the second episode, which hopefully will be coming out on Sunday, given that that's how often AlI Dawah tends to upload, is every Sunday. So, yeah, guys, that's kind of my takeaway from this one. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you loved it, if you hated it, you know, let me know what you guys think. What did you guys think of my review? Did you think that I was fair? Have you thought that I've completely missed the point? And if I have missed the point of this, if I misheard what he said, please correct me. I am happy to be corrected on this, because otherwise, like I say, it doesn't make sense to me. So if I am corrected and then it can all make sense, perfect. I have no problem with that at all. That would be wonderful. So, yes, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. And until next time, peace.